What is up, Gig Nation? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm about to have my very first day working for Shipt. I've tried out a ton of other gig economy apps. You've probably seen all the other videos on the channel about Amazon Flex, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, really just about everything you can think of. I have tried it, but today I'm going to be trying out the Shipt app. I have already done Instacart. I've done a few videos on Instacart, and I've done quite a bit of shopping with them. So at the end of the video, I'm going to compare Instacart with Shipt. But before I hop into that, let's talk about the sign up process with Shipt, because if you're sitting here watching this video, you're probably wondering what it takes to sign up for Shipt and start shopping. Now, I will say that it's a little bit more involved than your typical gig economy app. If you sign up for DoorDash, Postmates, even Instacart, it's as simple as putting in some information, kind of waiting for that background check to pass, and then you get your stuff in the mail, you get started. With Shipt, there's a couple extra steps, but it's definitely worthwhile. One of those is doing a video interview, which makes some people nervous. For me, it was pretty easy. It was just 3 interview questions. They ask you why you want to be a Shipt shopper, what kind of customer service experience you have, and what sort of work experience you have that you can bring to the Shipt app. So if you've ever done any sort of interview before in the past, you have enough knowledge to go into this prepared. Write a few of these questions down, practice them, and you will do just fine. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. You have to do the typical background check. You have to take a quick quiz, make sure that you're ready to shop on the Shipt app, and then you can go ahead and get started. You'll get a sweet shirt like this, as I showed you guys previously, and you'll get this Shipt card. So let's take a look at the app. I do have an order in here that I'm going to pull up real quick, and this is the available orders. So this is where I would go to choose an order. And I'm going to scroll on that on the screen a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff available, and it shows me all of the key information that I need to know. How many items I'm ordering, what the different categories are for those items, so I know where they're at in the store, what the estimated time of this delivery is, and what the pay is. I have a ton of information that I need to know before I pick up that order, so I know if it's going to be worth my time, which is really great. I love having that information up front. Now, if we go in here to my orders, you'll see right here on the screen that I do have a current order. And if I click into that, it's going to give me a little bit more information about that customer. And the one thing that I have to do before I head over to Target to pick up this order is I have to send an introduction text to the customer. So I went ahead and sent that over to let her know that I'm about to begin shopping. And then I go ahead and begin with the process. So let's head over there right now. I'm going to drive over to Target. It's only about a mile away. I'm going to grab these items real quick, see how long it takes, and then I'm going to get them over to the customer as quickly as possible. So I just pulled into the Target parking garage. I got a pretty good spot here, so I'm not going to have to walk too far back out to the car once I get those groceries. And I want to do one quick thing in the app here, so I'm going to pull it up real quick in the Shipt Shopper app. I've got the order open, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Shop Order, and it tells me exactly what I need to get, what the categories are, what the items are, and I can just look through this real quick so that I have an idea once I get into the store what I'm going to need to pick up. Now, if you guys have seen the field agent video of mine, it's another video where I go into this exact same Target, and in that one, I'm actually taking photos of their display cases. But the point here is that I do have a decent knowledge of this store layout, so that's going to be easy. And one of the things with these shopping apps is they get easier over time. You get familiar with the apps, you get familiar with the stores and where to find stuff. So while this first order might be a little bit rough, I expect my order time to get lower and lower as I go on and continue to do more orders. The first thing that I notice is that in the app, the actual aisles aren't labeled, so it's labeled by section, which still helps, but not quite as helpful as the Instacart app. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through these real quick, and then I'm going to review them back in my car and show you guys step by step what it looked like finding these items. So I just came out of Target finishing that order. I've got everything that I need right here in this Target bag, and I'm going to go ahead and deliver that to the customer. Now, there is a section in the app where I can send a notification to the customer that I'm headed to their delivery location to go ahead and drop that off, and I'm going to do that before I head that way. So as far as the actual shopping went, it was actually really easy to do. It was easy to find the different categories, and there was nothing that really threw me off. I had a feeling that they would be out of the disinfecting wipes, but they had everything I needed in stock. Now, if something were to run out, there is a place in the app where I can go ahead and request the customer to find a substitute item, which is kind of nice. I do like, however, in the Instacart app that I can just automatically override and do my own substitutions. That way I don't have to wait for the customer to let me know. But I did not run into that problem today, so I was thankful. I just found all of my different orders for pickup. I'm gonna show you guys what it looked like for a couple of them. One of them here is this doggy scoop pickup bag. I guess it's for cleaning up dog waste if you're walking your dog in the park. I was able to find these pretty easy because it was labeled in the pet section. And once I found everything that I needed, I just went ahead in the app and said that I had found my items and proceeded to the checkout. The checkout was super easy. So this was a prepaid order. I brought with me my Shipt card in case I had to pay for it on that, but everything was paid for in the app. So I just went through the checkout as I normally would. There's a barcode in the app that I had the checkout assistant go ahead and scan, and then once I had done that, it was pretty easy. I just entered how many bags I used and I was done. So now I'm going to go ahead and notify that customer that I'm headed to them to drop off the order. It should be pretty quick. She's only a couple miles out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and drop it off and then move on. I can claim some other orders in the app if I want to go ahead and do a couple more of these tonight, get some more bucks. There's a couple of them in here that are like 10 to 15 bucks, and they look like they're only going to take 30 minutes, which is not too bad. So I just pulled up to the delivery address. I'm going to go ahead and grab my batch and go ahead and deliver that to the customer. So let's wrap up exactly how much I made with that order. I'm going to show you guys right here on the phone. As you can see, the total was $12.42. Now it took a little bit less than an hour, so that's not too heavy on the time. And I drove about 3 total miles. So if we take the IRS standard deduction there, that's 58 cents per mile. That comes out to be a little bit under $1.80 total in expenses. And one of the things that I'm not sure about is whether or not I'll end up getting a tip from that customer. The app currently says I made $0 in tip money, so I'm expecting it to stay at 0. But some apps give you about 24 hours for the customer to tip, so it's possible that she'll come back around and decide that I had some great service and want to give me a tip. So one of the things that I wanted to do was compare these earnings to my earnings with Instacart. Now I haven't done that many Shipt orders, so I'm going to have to do another video that compares Shipt and Instacart later, but I just want to show you guys in the app what I'm seeing right now. As far as Shipt orders, overall a lot of these look like they're lower total item count, and they end up being lower payout orders. Even the high item count orders, which are like 20, 28, even 30 items, are under $20 total payout. So one of the factors that could change this is if the customer decides to leave a tip after that's delivered. Maybe it'll come out to be a little bit more. But I want to show you guys what I'm getting with Instacart because I have been doing some orders the last couple of days, and I'm averaging like 3 orders a day, and it's coming out to be a little bit over $100 each day for those orders. Now keep in mind that I am driving a little bit further on some of these. One of them was at a Costco, which is about 10 miles away, but the total pay was $50. So I'm picking up more items as well. But if I'm going to be going a place and doing an order, then it's nice to be getting that higher total payout, even if I have to shop around a little bit more for more items. Instacart's also been showing me more of these batched orders where I'll have multiple orders in one single batch, which is kind of nice because I have the opportunity to go ahead and shop for 2 customers at once, maybe even 3 at once. I can get all of that knocked out, and then usually those drop-off points are close together, so it kind of saves me time but increases those earnings because I'm getting multiple orders at once and also multiple tips coming through. If I had to make a decision about which app is better right now, I would say Instacart, but I do need to do some more batches through Shipt to make that final decision. And while the Instacart offers have been really good these last couple of days, I think they're a little bit higher than normal. There's more demand, more people are using the app, people are tipping better. I've seen some much lower total payouts on the Instacart app in the past. So if you only have Shipt in your area, don't worry. Shipt is still a good option. You're still making some decent pay, and it's relatively easy work. So I totally recommend, getting after it and using that app. Make sure to check back into that Instacart versus Shipt video because I'm going to go into all of the details. Now, if you enjoyed this video, also hit that like button, show me a little bit of love, and subscribe to the channel for all of the latest gig economy and side hustle updates, tips, and tricks.